Tradarius Darkus here. Alright, so I got your submission and I'm ready for another critique, so let's do it.
No way! This year, this is a twosome. Not one, not three, dose. Two. Got it? No way! This year, this is a twosome. Not one, not three, dose. Two. Got it? No.
Okay, so he's still too... He's just so wormy. He's everywhere. He moves so much, I would say. If you pay attention to his hips, you will see that he never really sits on this bed. He is sliding all over the place. So you need a place where you're gonna kind of anchor him, right? So if you decide that this is the place, he's gonna be here, right? Then animation, at least certain part of it, should be here. He shouldn't be sliding back and forth to the left and right and so on. Now, I am saying that hips should be moving, but not in a way that you just rock them left and right and up and down and so on. Just slightly, so that we got idea that hips are part of his body. Because if we would not move hips, then it would look like they don't belong to torso. Like they're not connected, because how is possible that torso would be moving so much and hips not at all, right? So as the torso is moving, it is affecting a little bit of the hips, but not as much as what we got here.
No way! This year...
Like what is this? How person who is sitting on the bed does this? I don't get it. Why is he not sitting as still as he was supposed to? Right? And then you have still places where the character moves and hips are not. Now I can't explain that. So now what? He's sinking down? I wasn't even aware that he was he... Is this like off the bed? How would he get off the bed? He's completely off balance. The legs are forward and the weight is behind. This is like having a character who has legs here and somehow he's getting off. That is not physically possible. In order for this to happen, to get off this bed or chair, we have to move these hips forward, lean the upper body over legs, and now we can go all the way up, right? I mean, we can get up. But first, you have to go forward. So here, this space is problematic, and that's how it looks like he's off the bed. And how come there is no in-betweens between this one and this one? That's too much spacing. He's like having spasms.
Hey, this year...
Yeah. Calm down that action. It has to be simplified or something. I still cannot recognize those poses that I made you, that I draw. And also when when he starts with his arms here and he gets, let's say, in that position, now he should stay here in a moving hold. Moving hold. Right? So basically, it has to move just a little bit, to give impression that he's well, alive, that he's not a sticker on the screen. But you know we still have to recognize that pose. So that pose is important. No way. You should act, right? You should try to act this dialogue. Like, no way. Like, I can see that when I right now I'm doing that. Right, I'm opening my arms, and then as I stop, I'm holding them for a bit. I don't go right away into another pose. Right, so that's important. Moving holds.
Hey, this year.
Like, yeah. At this point, he's so all over the place.
This is a twosome.
This is and also you can have a little bit cleaner silhouette. You have tendency here to constantly kind of cramped kind of situation with the arm, but maybe one of the problems is that he is kind of looking this way, and we know that 3/4 camera angle is the best. So if he would be looking this way, right, somebody is here that he's talking to, right, so that would be 3/4, then you would have chance for this arm to be in better silhouette too. You see, he will be showing, he'll be looking that way. That reads better. And then, of course, moving holds. Like, why this hand rotates down and then back up. It's going from here up, right? And then boom goes down, and then boom goes up. All in one frame. So no wonder why it's so the scene has to be cleaned up, right? Not one. When he gets not one, it has to stay there.
Not one.
If it hits here,
Not,
not one, probably all the way.
not one, not
From probably up to here. So this image here has to stay from 82 all the way to 103. In a moving hold. From 82 to 103, roughly. And then you switch.
one, not three.
Then you go from here, from where it was in a little maybe anticipation, and then not 3. You see, not 3. You're showing 3 just for for 2 frames. Not 3.
Not 3.
Not 3. So when it hits 1, 2, 3, that has to be there for a certain amount of frames, and then moves again for next thing.
Dose 2. Got it.
You don't have really moving holds. Let me show you a work of another student, interestingly enough, doing, I think, actually the same dialogue. So I'm not saying that this is perfect or whatever, but those poses are much clearer what I'm talking about.
No way. This year, this is a twosome. Not 1, not 3. Dose 2. Got it. No way. This year, this is a twosome. Not 1, not 3. Dose 2. Got it.
You see?
No.
All right. So, yes. Again, like too wiggly in the hips. And then how he gets up. Again, the problem of getting up if his feet are in front of him. If you want to get him up from this position, first, from this position, you have to get him forward. Maybe even more. And now he can actually go up. If that's needed, I don't know, but or maybe he doesn't want to go all the way up. He can, I guess that's the height, but definitely, the hips would have to be over the legs, So all this pose as it is might work here, but it has to be pushed forward. And to get there, you have to shift the weight. So start here, right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom. See that? Boom, boom. Yeah, that's important. All right, so again, those poses that I did for you, right? There on timeline, it says for each pose how long it should be exposed, right? So if it says, I don't know, 17, that means 17 frames should be on the screen. Actually, maybe a little bit less because it takes few frames to get to the pose, right? So, like for example, you have a one pose here, um, one pose here, and it's 17 frames standing there. And now you want to go to another pose, so you need maybe like a three, four frames, and then pose stays there, right? So if it says there, I don't know, 12 frames, that means, less 12 minus 4, that would be 8 actually, right? So 4 and 8 is 12. So little transition to new pose, and then pose stays there. All these poses are, of course, moving holds. It cannot be really frozen. It's a computer animation. It's not illustration, right? It's animation. We have to make it look like the character is alive in front of us. We never freeze, right? Otherwise, if you do, the character kind of just dies on the screen. Well, yeah, that would be it. So yeah, try to implement those poses. I made it, and try to implement these times. Right? All right. That's all. Thank you.